Hey, we've got some amazing news, and all the big brands want to be with Inside Ball, and none bigger than our great friends at Ladbrokes. They're now partnering with Inside Ball for the rest of the season, and we couldn't be more thankful. So, what you need to do, if you're an Inside Ball listener, it's that simple. You need to punt with Ladbrokes and get more out of your footy multis. I've got a Ladbrokes app. You need a Ladbrokes app. That's what you need to do. Go and get it. And you punt with Ladbrokes. You make quick, smart picks with stats and insights from the last 5 games. It's all there. All the information you want is right there on the Ladbrokes app. Then you track your multi in real time and within the app. So just like Darcy gave us that amazing multi last week, Cowboys, Broncos, Reece Walsh to score, well, you can get more and more insight with the Ladbrokes app. Jump on the Ladbrokes app today and start your punting journey. It's that simple. We'll start Inside Ball. Hello and welcome to Inside Ball. Huge news, and we will get to obviously what has gone on over the round of 25. But Des Hasler has been sacked as the Titans coach. He will finish the season with the last 2 games. This is off the back.
So he's going to finish the season?
He will finish the season
sure?
at the moment. That's what they're saying. But Kev, we start the show with this news.
Yeah.
Well,
there's been a lot of noise around the Titans, around Des, for a couple of months now. So, obviously the weekend's loss, I really feel for Des because he's a good fella. He's a good coach, but circumstances on the Gold Coast, they've got players to re-sign. A lot of noise around Dave Fafita, a lot of noise around Tino Fa'asuamaleaui, whether they'll stay, whether they'll go. So they had to make a decision, and they have.
So Josh Hannay, it's being reported.
It looks like he's coming in.
It looks like he's got a 3-year deal at the Titans. Is that the right decision? I mean, Josh Hannay's a great coach. He's done his apprenticeship. Clearly, the Titans feel that he's the right man moving forward.
Yeah, well, that's the decision that they've made. So, congratulations to Josh if that actually does come true. There's a lot of noise around Josh as well and his capabilities, as a coach. But it's a big job down there for whoever does get the role to get them, back in firing. They've got enough talent down there, but there obviously needs to be a bit of change there as well, from what I can see.
So Titans, Des finishes a sad way for his career. I was told that he was going to retire at the end of the year anyway.
Right.
He's been relieved of his duties. There was a clause in there that they're going to win the wooden spoon. It's a sad situation for Des Hasler to finish his career, but that is the way coaching goes. You've been down that road before?
Yeah.
Oh.
Des was signed there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And they got rid of Justin Holbrook, mid-season as well.
So that's the thing that happened. So Hannay to the Titans, that's the belief that I get. And he's been looking, and so they've secured one. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But Des Hasler gone at the Titans. Let's start round 25. There was a lot to happen there, and there's a bit more news as well. We'll talk about the Travis Main, Des Hasler fight as well. That took place, and some other news that took place as well. This is Inside Ball with Kevin Walters on a breaking Monday with Des Hasler sacked from the Gold Coast Titans. G'day and welcome to Inside Ball for the review of round 24. Hello, Kev.
Hey, Dobbs. How's your weekend, mate?
Mate, best weekend of footy I've seen for a long, long time. Not great for some teams, but we still have a position where we don't know what the top 8 is.
We don't. We also don't know about Book Week. Now, talk to me about Book Week. You've actually thrown the bathwater out with the.
I said it last week. I'm going to say it again. The biggest punish in the world is Book Week. Now,
this is for the kids, mate.
This is for the kids. Yeah, okay. I don't want to start the show off on a negativity, but I've been very strong. I've been very strong about why I hate Book Week.
Why don't you like it's education for the kids?
It's a pissing
reading books.
It's a pissing comp.
A child
for
that reads is never in need.
Yeah. So what? Yeah. Okay, Einstein.
That's what my mum always used to tell me.
She was right, but what I would say about this is
Einstein.
I would say that you don't need to get dressed up to read a book.
No, you don't.
And this is a pissing comp for stay-at-home mums and mothers in general.
You've been very clear on this, haven't you?
Mate, I'm sorry. All it happens is that people just have to outdo each other. Now we've got daycare getting in on the act. Daycare kids are having to get dressed up. They can't read. Kids can't read.
It's introduction to reading. You know, the
sit
alphabet.
down at home. Hey, mums and dads, sit at home at night and read a book with your kids. Don't get them dressed up to show them off, and one's dressed as a dinosaur and another one's dressed as a... I'm sorry. No.
I'm going to find a photo because Jet, one of my boys, when he used to work as a teacher aide at Milton, he went as Where's Wally? Jesus. That was funny.
Now the teachers are getting dressed up now.
Yeah, they do, mate.
Mate, seriously.
Where's Wally?
This has
He's
gone
still
too
got the
far.
costume at home.
I hate Book Week. I hate it. Okay, let's start round 25 review. Wow. Kev,
Big weekend of
I'll
league.
go through the results, then we'll isolate the games. Rabbitohs, well done. 40-0 over the Dragons.
40-0 Dobbo.
Unbelievable. Canberra, we will get to it. 20 points to 16, Golden Point. Melbourne Storm, too good. 20 points to 14. 58 points to 30. Sea Eagles just demolished the Dolphins. Warriors, too good for the Titans, 32-18. 30 points to 10. Eels beat the Roosters, and then the Broncos 46 points to 12. And yesterday afternoon in a late comeback, 34 points to 28. Cowboys over the West Tigers. Now I'll give you the ladder, just so everybody's got it now, and then we're going to look at it.
The top eight's done, isn't it?
No.
Oh,
no.
I think it is.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No.
Righto. Well, tell me why it's not.
Okay, I'm going to tell you exactly now why it's not. Because the top 7 are set. Right? The top 7 are set.
So the Roosters have got to qualify.
So the Roosters or the Dolphins, or God forbid Manly, can make it. Now, I've said Manly are going to Koh Samui. I'm going to stick by that.
They put their tickets on hold.
So at the moment, Raiders and Storm, they are going to be 1 and 2. I don't know where it finishes. Yep. It'll depend on who wins. But at the moment, they will definitely be the 1 and 2.
So they'll get the 2 home finals for the.
I think the Bulldogs will remain in the top 4 unless something goes horribly wrong. But
they're playing Penrith this week, right?
Yeah. So if they lose that and the Warriors win, I think the Broncos can still make the top 4. But at the moment, the Bulldogs and Warriors, Broncos are at 5th, Sharky 6th, Panthers 7th, Roosters 8th, Dolphins 9th, and Sea Eagles 10th.
Right. So Manly, what are they on? 20?
They're on 26 points. 26. But I'm going to go through all that in a minute and who they play. They take on Canberra, and I don't think they can beat Canberra. Right. That's me. But anyway, before we get to the games, let's just look at a bit of news. Can we just talk about your news, please?
I don't have any news, do I?
Well, mate, yesterday I'm doing Sunday Sin Bin. Gordy, Shammers, fights. Gordon, tell us.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, nothing's going. Nothing. The
NRL will not, like Buzz Rothfield said yesterday, that the NRL aren't going to allow anybody who's an assistant or a coach in NRL, and this is going to be decided on Wednesday. Now, I don't know whether or not you've talked about this or not.
I have.
This is what Buzz Rothfield said. So there won't be any coaches allowed at the Australian level anymore.
No. Not to coach Australia, right?
Can I ask you this?
Now, ask me.
Well, that means Craig Bellamy can't be involved in Origin either.
No, well, he is, because that's a different rule for Origin. Right?
So what's the difference?
Well,
why?
Well,
why is there a different rule for Origin?
All the assistant coaches for Queensland and New South Wales are involved in the NRL, right? The 2 Queensland assistants.
Yeah.
Josh Hannay.
Yeah, I know. Matt Ballon. I get it. I know Brett White and Kingy. I get it.
Yeah.
So you tell me what's the difference between that and Australia?
I don't know, mate. That's the instructions that I've been given is that, or the information is that the NRL Commission have a rule that says that for Australia, no NRL head coaches or assistant coaches are allowed to be part of the staff, just the coaches. Right? I'm not sure why that rule is.
I respect that, what you've got in front of you, right? But Christian Wolf has...
That's got nothing to do with the Australian Rugby League. That is the
Tongan and Samoan.
The Samoans, right?
Okay.
Well, they got to get their coaches from somewhere, and so do we. Look, I don't agree with the rule, but then it opens up, it just opens up, so many different scenarios. So I've just got to run with it, Dobbo. That's the cards. Let's go.
Righto. At least that's clear.
I'll find the right.
You'll put your team together though this week, you think?
Yeah, by the end of the week, we'll have a staff ready to go, mate.
We'll watch it on Thursday. Watch Inside Ball. We might actually give you some insight into that on Thursday. On Thursday's Inside Ball.
Now you're telling me the commission are meeting on Wednesday.
Wednesday,
right?
That's my.
Well, we won't know anything until they get together.
Yeah, and so then you'll know from there. Okay.
Right, back to the footy.
Can we talk about the David Fafita, Des Hasler, Travis Mayne before we get just some news?
Oh, yeah.
What did you think?
Oh, I didn't like it, but I understand Travis, was...
Okay, I'm going to give you a scenario here. David Fafita has been absolutely given permission by the owner and the CEO to negotiate with other clubs.
Right.
South Sydney are in negotiation with David Fafita.
Right.
They are confident they're going to get him.
Yep. He'd be a great pickup, David
No
Fafita.
one from the Titans has
if
spoken
I was
at all.
coaching in Clubland, which I will do at some stage.
You'd get him.
Yeah, he'd be
Great pickup.
Yep.
South Sydney are going to go well with him. South Sydney are confident they're going to get him. I think Travis is well within his rights to ask Des Hasler about
you're a media... So, what's the press conference after the game? What's the idea of the press conference? Tell me.
It's about the match that's just happened.
Right.
Okay.
So, there's plenty of time for media people to ask coaches about their list, their roster, who's coming, who's going, outside of that time. I've just felt, and I like Trav, but I've just felt it was the wrong time to ask that question, and particularly with Des. Like, Paul Bugger's just come off a loss, their season hasn't been that great. He's under pressure, and then we get a question like that. And the start of Des's press conference, I didn't get that either with his hands. Do you know?
Yeah, I know.
Can we talk about that on here?
Yeah, we can. So it was reported by Peter Bedell that when Des Hasler has enough of when he's had enough of the press conference, he does some hand signals to the media managers, and that's when he calls it. Now, Des can deny it all he wants, but I know where Peter Bedell got his mail from, and it is true. Des has signals, his own little cryptic ways, and that's how it just goes that way.
No, but Des just finishes his own press conferences when he likes.
No. The press conference that I was involved in got called early by, I think it was Cam Stallard at the time. He's one of the comms guys. And he got the signal. He got the tip.
Oh, stop it.
Whatever it was. I don't know what the secret is. It might be... I don't know what it is, but he got the tip.
Right.
So that's what's happening. So, look.
Yeah, but you can't just sit there for hours and answer questions.
It's 2 minutes 30, Kev. You're always going to defend the coach, mate. I'm defending Travis Mayne in this one.
Yeah, defend Travis. Like I said, I got nothing against Travis Mayne and trying to get information, but I just felt it was a wrong...
Well, no one from the club's spoken, so he just thought that was his...
Okay, and I'm not... no one's right or wrong here, but I'm not taking sides here, but there's probably an appropriate time for Travis to ring the club and say what's happening with David.
It's funny, the punters and the fans have hammered Trav. The media have all backed him.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's always going to be.
Again,
and I can understand from a coaching,
that press conference is meant to ask questions about the game.
Yeah.
Right? And I get it, you guys get a little opportunity, little window,
Pounce.
and bang, you're in.
Pounce. Yeah, I get it. Okay, let's talk footy.
So what's happened there then? Everything's okay? Or?
Well, I don't know. I think David Fafita is going to end up at the Rabbitohs.
Right, well, that's not the right time for that to come out, is it?
It did say to me, though, that potentially Des doesn't know about it because he was saying he's going to be there next year.
Well, he's got that's all he said. He's got a contract for next year, and he has. He's got a contract for 26.
Okay, you're back in coaching mode. I don't like it when I don't like when you're like this. Okay, 40 points to 0. And we just know Cody Walker. I think long term, and talking to people in the know, Jai Gray will be their fullback next year. And I think that they'll put Latrell to the centres. I'm just going to pitch you a back line, and I understand. I'm going to tell you a back line. Humphreys, Walker, Latrell, Whiten, Johnson, Campbell Graham, Jai Gray fullback.
It's a good fullback.
That's what their side looks like next year. Then you bring in Cam Murray, Dave Fafita, right? Jai Arrow, Kel Matangi. You've also got Tavita Totola.
Yeah.
You've got Brandon Smith.
Yeah.
That side, we're seeing they've had Tallis Duncan. We're seeing a side that is going to be, and Wayne they beat St George. I know St George had some injuries. that shows where they're going to be.
Yeah, that side was on paper this year too, and they got decimated by injuries.
Yeah.
So
they didn't have Cheese, and also if they can bring another.
Well, Campbell Graham's a big one for them.
And they lost Cam Murray before the season
started.
Cameron
Murray before the season started.
So they lost.
Latrell didn't start the season.
No,
was
he's played 12
games.
He's played 12 games.
Yeah, well, I've been in that boat. I've rode that boat. It's horrible.
Yeah. So what they're showing now is that they can go very well. I think Wayne is comfortable with the direction they're going in, and I'm pretty pleased.
Well,
40-0
is a good result for them, even though the Dragons were decimated. Cody Walker just brings that,
class.
And Wayne said it, post game. It's the big players at clubs that make your club.
Yeah,
it's good to have the workers and all those people that, do all the hard work. I'm not saying that Cody doesn't do the hard work, but you just got to add that little bit of special touch, and he's got that certainly. So, and Jai Gray, wow, what a player he is. It wouldn't surprise me if they.
No, I asked Wayne.
Latrell.
Wayne's looking at it.
Yeah,
he's looking at it.
But you want to keep your big dogs happy too.
Yeah, Latrell plays in the centres. He's a good centre. I think you play him and Jack White in the centres. Oh, want to talk about strike? Okay, best game of the year, best finish I've ever seen. Raiders 20, Penrith 16. Kev,
good.
That second half by the Raiders showed a lot. They were nervous to start off with in the first half, trailing
off
and
the
then
bye, and it's always hard, and playing against Penrith, they're a tough side to play. But they found their mojo when they needed to, didn't they? It was terrific effort from
it was
the
tied up at 16 all at full time.
Yeah.
Cleary goes for the goal, and then
hits the upright.
And mate,
the football gods, they're out there, Dobbo, and they're just starting to show their hand a little bit more in these last few weeks, right? The football gods, they pushed that ball into the upright, and they pushed it into Jed Stewart, Ricky's son.
Yeah.
He managed. Now, do you watch the vision of it all? The two chasers, I think Liam Martin was one.
Yeah.
Pulled out of the tackle.
Yeah.
Because Jed was in the air, but it was a bouncing ball. So you can if the ball hits the ground,
you can attack it.
You can attack it.
Yeah, they got it wrong.
They pulled out, which gave Jed, and he's a smart footballer, Jed.
Straight away.
Flipped the ball on to Strange, and mate, watch the Canberra jerseys, the crowd just going off. Go, you good thing.
Well, can I say this about it? There's a couple of things that have got out of there. Jed Stewart's been really good for them. Now, they had because Tamale's back, and so they had Ricky was going to obviously, Jed was going to get dropped, right, for Tamale coming back in.
Yep.
Now Savage has gone with the shoulder.
Yeah, is that bad, his shoulder?
At least 2 weeks.
Right.
So Jed will stay and Tamale comes back in.
Well,
so they haven't.
They got some depth there.
Can I ask you about Strange?
Yeah. He's a good player, mate.
I think it's a bit premature that they're talking Australia.
Yeah, well,
I get
his coach ripped that out.
Yeah, but now Buzz is starting to talk about it, and KO Weeks at fullbacks. Look, great players, and long term, I absolutely say it. And yes, I get it. But when you've got Dylan Edwards, you've got James Tedesco, and when you've got Moses, Dearden, Munster, and Cleary, you can't take everyone. And and you've also got Reece Walsh there as well as a fullback. So nothing against KO Weeks and nothing against Strange. Would that be fair to say that they're very good players, they've got a long-term futures with rep, but they're not going to be there this year?
Look, I really can't make too much comment about selection, Dobbo, because, again, ultimately it's not up to me. There's a panel, right? But all I will say is that if you're playing well in finals, when I say well, outstanding football, and the Raiders will have a big campaign through the finals. And it's not just the Raiders, it's other teams as well. You put your hand up. You put yourself in the frame for selection. That's all I can say.
Gee whiz, you'd think you'd give us something here.
Well, that's all I can say, mate. What else do you want me to say?
He's not going to be on the side. Can I ask you this? Are Penrith cooked?
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
I mean, they look tired. I mean, Canberra gave up. They gave up a big lead again in a tight match.
Just let me go back to my notes. Yeah, they're up 16-6.
16-6.
So in both games, the last 20, they haven't got the job done. Now they'll look at that and
they're tired,
try and fix it.
They're tired.
They're not tired. They're playing against very good teams.
Well, they are.
Mate, the football gods, he hit the upright. Seriously, I heard a bit of noise around that. Oh, the Panthers are tired. They can't win it. Who was it? Someone said that this morning on radio that I was on. The Panthers can do it. It's going to be hard, right? and they need a bit of luck. Right? They had no luck yesterday. Is that season ending? Look, this top 4 is really important, Dobbo. You know, the history of the game, no one's won the premiership outside of the top 4.
Yeah.
That rule, and they're all made to be broken, like these records. So if one can do it, it's Penrith. But they're not tired. The last couple of weeks, they've just been a bit unlucky. And the coach, Ivan Cleary, he's taken a lot of the responsibility for the Panthers. They should have won that game, Dobbo, against the Raiders. But for whatever reason, they didn't. So they'll look at it, reassess, march forward, mate.
Yeah, they're going well, the Raiders, anyway.
They are.
Storm 20, Bulldogs 14. We predicted this. And they are just starting to warm right up. Harry Grant now gone for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
That's a big
Don't
out.
agree with that. It's a week at best.
Yeah, well, he's gone for 2 weeks.
But he's probably going to get a rest anyway, so he's only going to miss a week. Now, let's not dismiss the Bulldogs. They got over the line twice, right? Carraz should have scored.
Yeah.
Only the desperate defence of the Storm. And Harry Hayes as well. When he made that break and the big fella, he was away. And then Xavier Coates gets in and just makes him lose the ball close to the line. So there's 2 tries. They could have won that game quite easily, the Bulldogs. So don't put everyone's talking the Bulldogs down. Don't put a line through them either. They're still there, and their defence will be the one that gets them as far as they can go. You know, they'll make the top 4.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Okay, I like that. 4 Pines. You can't trust these blokes. You cannot trust. You cannot trust Manly.
And you can't trust the Dolphins either.
Well, at the moment, they lost Nicarima. Let's be fair. They lost Nicarima before the game. They had, Avarillo in there. They just look like a team that's out on their feet.
Yeah. Well,
58 points to 30. Well done, DCE. You get that. But, mate, that's the best way.
Cyclone Alfie ruined their season.
Yeah, it did.
It did. Start of the year. I was with the Dolphins in Sydney, and they're trying to get back, right? They chartered a plane. Their players are sitting around the airport, and they're doing their best. They went back to the hotel. They did some recovery. Their flight got put back on.
Yeah.
Their start to the year was disrupted. They had injury concerns. So I got a lot of sympathy for the Dolphins, and losing Herbie a couple of weeks ago was a
Herbie's a huge
was
out.
the big blow
Bostock.
for them. Bostock.
Bostock.
And their middle forwards,
Mate,
in and out. So they've done well to get to where they are.
Canberra, Manly win there.
Dolphins,
they can still make it.
They can still make it.
They've got to win this weekend.
Who are they playing this weekend?
Well, they've got a hard game. Not really. They're taking on the Titans.
The Titans. And who do they finish with? Do you know?
Canberra.
Right.
But you'd think Canberra
Sticky
might
be rested a couple.
Yeah.
Do they get any players back, though? The Dolphins.
Well, Herbie will be coming back.
Herbie's back.
Yeah, so
well, that's a big in.
So they are a chance. Now, Buzzer Off-Field, who we respect here, he believes that the Dolphins will scrape into the 8.
Does he? At the Roosters' expense.
And he thinks Brisbane will end up 5th, and it'll be a Dolphins-Brisbane Week 1 sudden death semi.
Right, at Suncorp.
Of course. How good?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
How good. Anyway, Warriors too good for the Titans. The Titans are a rabble. They are just wooden spoon.
Yeah, well, they played good for about 15 minutes. They came back.
Come on, I called that game.
They were down 32-6, yeah.
Mate, they were so bad. Seriously, they've got to do something there. It's long term. I reckon game of the week as well was the Eels. They took on the Roosters.
Yeah, they showed a fair
Roosters, bit. Jason Ryall's doing a great job. He's really, I know Brown's not going to be there, but it's the Mitchell Moses show. You got Mitchell Moses there. You know they can get to his kicking game is just so important. And the Roosters look tired. They just look like they've been up for 4 weeks.
I don't disagree with that. Losing Sam Walker in the 7th minute, that was a big out for them as well.
Yeah.
It's no coincidence that the Roosters have, their form line has risen the last month on the back of Sam Walker's work.
Yeah.
He's had 2 or 3 try assists a game.
Yeah.
Since he's been back. So, that was a big out for them. But they looked a bit tired, and they got a tough one this week too, haven't they? They're playing.
I think they got the Dogs, haven't they?
Yeah.
So that game. Sorry, no. Penrith take the Dogs. They've got the Storm.
The Storm.
Yeah, they have got it.
Well, that's even harder.
Yeah. So they've got a hard run home. So if
they could lose both games, the Roosters,
they're really good, and then out. So
and that would open the door up for the Dolphins or Manly to come in.
The Dolphins need to win against the Titans, and the Dolphins need to win against Canberra.
Raiders. Wow, still a bit of footy yet, Dobbo.
Still a bit of footy.
Don't book your seats to Koh Samui just yet. Both those teams. And I got to eat a bit of humble pie too. I said the Roosters will
do it easy. We all did. Broncos beat the Knights. I didn't think it was that good a performance.
No,
everybody's saying how good it was with Honey there. Well done, Honey, 350. But they need Reynolds back there.
Yeah.
They need Reynolds back. They should have beaten that Knights team by 60. You would agree with that?
Oh, yeah, I agree. I certainly agree.
They need the difference back at 9.
Difference is definitely a 9.
Yeah,
right?
Difference needs to come to 9. And then you bring
Ezra Bam and...
Well, Reynolds. I spoke to Reynolds last night. He could play this week, potentially. He's going to train this week.
Right.
Now, I think they're crazy, but they need to win against the Cowboys. Right? They need
that's
this
up there, that game.
Yeah. So I spoke to Reynolds last night. He's going to try and train with them this week and see how it goes. So
right.
He might be back this week. I don't think Ezra will be back till week 1.
Righto.
So Knights, I can't believe they're talking about giving Adam O'Brien another year. seriously.
Well, I'm not coming into that.
Well,
but let's just get the form line on the Knights. They haven't won since round 16. They beat
rotten.
I think it was the Dolphins they beat, the last team they beat. So
so bad.
Let's just keep a lid on the Broncos. But I do like a couple of things with Reece Walsh's game yesterday that I didn't like. Kicking that ball out on tackle 4.
Yeah.
That's not part of who he is, right? I don't like that. Reece is a player. So I'd rather see him get the ball and run it than kick it out into touch on tackle 4. I'm not sure where that came from. And the other one was...
Passing the ball to... You don't like that?
I don't like it.
No. I don't like it.
I think his coach roasted him as well because we spoke to him on Fox and I think he got a bit of a serve at half time. He didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And rightly so, mate. That's one of the things you get taught as a 7-year-old. When you get over the line...
You score it.
You put the ball down.
Yeah.
And if you got...
Early in the game as well.
If you got some time and you're aware, maybe bring it around and try and help the kicker, but get that ball down. And how many tries have we seen, over the years?
I know. Yeah, you're right.
Where that's happened. Players just running around in the end goal, bang, they knock it out. We saw one last week. Latrell Mitchell with Jaden Campbell.
Unbelievable.
Trying to bring it around. That could have been the difference in the game.
Yes, so right. Now.
So learn from that, Reece. Good lesson for you, young fella.
Bronx did well.
He won't hearing that, Dobbo.
No, I know.
He won't like hearing it.
34 points to 28 at Leichhardt. Cowboys beat the West Tigers. Now, the West Tigers were up 28 points to 16. And they
were.
And, mate, Naden scores that try. I'm like, they're going on with it here in front of a huge...
16,000 people crammed into there yesterday.
I've got to say this now. Cowboys showed a bit of fight.
They did.
Mate, Purdue. Oh, yeah. Drinky. Drinky's so hot and cold. When Drinky's on, he's as good as anything. Like, Drinky yesterday was unbelievable. Yeah. I'm like, why can't you be consistent, Drinky? I love him as a bloke, great bloke, but they played good football yesterday.
They did.
They were down at half time. They got into it.
And against I've been to Leichhardt Oval as a coach and as a player. It's very hostile there. When you got 16, that hill looked great, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
The shots on Fox, because I was working on the panel yesterday, and the shots there at Leichhardt Oval, magnificent. The Tigers, though, just got it wrong when it mattered. They just got it wrong.
Look, to be fair, Stafford Toll was out.
They lost both their halves, didn't they, too?
And Naden came in. No disrespect, Naden, they went down. They went the left, the Cowboys. They identified, they went down their left-hand attack, and their right-hand defence was just...
That's where... So they lost... Dewey was meant to be defending there.
Yeah.
He got... Oh, bad knee.
Yeah.
Bad technique there from Adam.
Yeah.
The kids out there, get your tackle technique right because that's the flip side of when you get it wrong. Poor bugger. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's okay.
Has he got a fractured eye socket and busted up? He looked bad.
Yeah, so...
Gee, he looked...
Yeah, so he's been the difference there. Like, Dewey's been unbelievable.
So then they bring on...
young...
Latu Fainu.
Fainu, yeah.
Right, and then he gets HIA'd as well.
Yeah.
And so that's where the Cowboys attacked. It was very smart.
Yeah.
From
and
Drinky,
they had Naden there.
Tommy did, and Jason Tomolo was big as well from.
Yeah,
Jordan
that gives a bit of hope. Gives a bit of hope.
I'll tell you what, that's a massive game up there. Saturday night,
7:30.
You going up for that?
Yeah, I'm calling it. Yeah,
you going up?
Yeah. So where are you?
You get albeit my brother's Stevie Walter's 60th this weekend.
Is that right?
Down the Gold Coast.
Where's that at?
Down at we're going down the Gold Coast just for a night. Go out for dinner with all the brothers. And celebrate Stevie's 60th. Can you believe that?
Boxy, you legend.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, so that's the round, and mate, we will preview what he's got next week.
Now, what about the difference hat? Who we giving it to this week?
Well, look,
we'll both give our opinions and then we'll decide. Hey, who do you like? I'm going to say Drinkwater.
You're going to say Drinkwater was the difference?
Yeah, he's my nomination.
Right. Okay.
Right, well, for the Cowboys.
I'm happy to go with that, but I would say the difference for me was Ethan Strange for Canberra Raiders. I thought when he got going,
I can't argue with that.
When he got going in that game in that second half, he tore him to shreds.
Yeah.
And that last play,
that was the difference.
That was the difference.
Okay, I'll go with you on that.
Yeah. So well done,
Ethan. Get in contact with.
You're a New South Wales Blue. We don't like that, but we
don't mind New South Wales people, Dobbo. I'm the Australian coach now. I've got to
sorry, you are.
Show a bit of love.
Go. We love you. We love you. Well done. Now our Ladbrokes multi, and thank you to Ladbrokes.
3-leg multi, wasn't it?
Yeah. I got everything right, bar I backed the Dolphins. So I went Dolphins into 13 plus with the Bronx into Reece Walsh scoring. Sorry. I'm very sorry. The Dolphins, I didn't expect that. And so that caused a little bit of heat. Now,
wait on. I just want to quickly, I just remember watching the Vision on TV. How many Broncos fans were at that?
4,500 at Maitland for the training session. And there was a lot of Broncos fans in Newcastle.
Right. So if you're at the game on Sunday, you're a Broncos fan, give us a shout out because they looked to. Mate. I mean, the game was sold out. It was the Old Boys Day.
Old Boys Day.
But if you're down there, send us a shout out.
Yeah, and go from there.
Yeah.
Now, questions for Kev. Okay, Steve Gang, what makes a great coach?
You need so many ingredients to be a great coach.
Yeah.
That's a question we can't answer on this podcast, Dobbo.
Who was the best Bronco from Sunday, in your opinion?
Broncos player of the match? Oh, there was a few. I liked Katoni Staggs.
Yeah.
He was very good. Reece Walsh, again, prominent. Who else was there?
Do you think Reece Walsh plays better without Reynolds?
No, I don't. I think he likes playing with Renault. I thought Ben Hunt was very good as well in the 7, but obviously when Renault is fit, he'll come back in. We spoke about this a bit earlier, and Ezra Mann will go back into 6. And Billy would go back into his normal position, I would have thought.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's where it goes to.
Yeah. But they were good in patches yesterday, the Broncos, which they've shown us all year they can play, you know. Dean Mariner, Josiah Karapani, you know.
Geez, he's got better, hasn't he?
Yeah, they all scored tries, the outside backs.
Yeah.
From jersey 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, they all scored tries. Shibasaki got a double.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
He's a
good player.
He's been very good. Okay, that's it from us here. Now, we have a huge guest for you on Wednesday. We will preview on Thursday. Kevie, hopefully with that commission meeting, we'll get a better idea on what your roster looks like from a coaching perspective. I know it's the last thing you want. But please, thank you to everybody who supports us. Give us a follow. Share it with a friend. We're on all social media platforms, and we'd love you. We'd love that if you get a chance to just share our podcast. We love doing it. It's starting to hot up. I'm not calling anybody going to Koh Samui at the moment.
No, finals just around the corner too, Dobbo.
Well done to Ethan Strange, who is the difference for us this week from the Canberra Raiders. The Milk Raiders are going well. We appreciate you. We'll see you again on Wednesday with a very special guest.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website